Hey there, welcome, Kyle here. In this lesson, we're going to talk about tuning the guitar. In the previous lessons, we talked about the parts of the instrument, and there we talked about the headstock where the tuning keys are located. We have 6 individual tuning keys corresponding to the 6 strings of the guitar, of course, and in that we should number the strings. The thinnest is the first, down to the thickest being the 6th string. That's how it's known across the board when you buy a pack of strings. That's how it's going to be numbered. Thinnest is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We do also use the alphabet in music. We use A through G. And as we go from A to B or B to C, we are going up in pitch. That's important to understand that. And the guitar standard tuning is E, A, D, G, B, E. That's the 6th string is E, 5th string is A, 4th string D, 3rd string G, 2nd string B, and the 1st string is E. Quick way to memorize that. Starting at the 6th string, Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. That'll help you to remember it. There's other ways to do it as well, but that's one that I stick with. Awesome, so now that we've got that figured out, with the tuning knobs, if your guitar is strung correctly, sometimes they're not, turning the top ones counterclockwise will raise the pitch, make it go higher. Counterclockwise will make it go down. You'll have to listen for that. Maybe your guitar is not strung right, and you'll have to discover that for yourself. But if it's strung right, that will be true. So moving on to types of tuners. When I was coming up, we used pipe, pitches, or tuning forks, or more commonly maybe these little electronic devices. It was called a tuner, which are kind of out of style now. We do now have something that replaces them, the clip-on tuners. It uses the vibration of the instrument. We also, of course, have applications on the phone that can do the same, and we have pedal tuners, which is what we're going to use today. Taking a look at the pedal tuner, we'll see very much the same thing across tuners. We have a display where when we play a note, the note shows up on the display, and it will tell us if we're right on it, if we're below it, or above it. And that is shown if you are left of center, that is below the note, and we need to tighten the string, increase the tension to bring the pitch up. If we are right of center, we will be high or sharp, and we need to bring that note down. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and detune my guitar a little bit here. I'll bring some down and some up. All right. And so we'll see when you have to remember Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie, and we'll start at the 6th string, and I'll see that. And so it says D sharp, and this is where we have to remember that musical alphabet. Remember, we use A through G, and as we go from one letter to the next, pitches are going up. So here we have D. This should be an E. That means we're lower than we should be. So we need to raise that pitch, and you'll notice as I'm tightening the string, in this case turning it counterclockwise, it's going to go up until we see an E in the display, but it is left of center. So I'm still not in tune. I keep striking the string as I'm twisting, so I can see the adjustment as I'm doing it. Then we'll get right in that center there. And there we are in tune. Now, there is some variation. When I first strike the string, it vibrates a little more wildly, and so the pitch will be a little bit sharper. And as it starts to decay, that will settle, and we can see it kind of settle back into tune. That'll be true with all of the strings. All right, so here I've moved now to the 5th string, or the A string, and I've got a G sharp. And if we think about that musical alphabet, this one's a little confusing. G is actually at the end of the alphabet, so to get from G to A, we repeat back to the top, but it is actually going up. So if we're G sharp, we need to go up to A, so I'm going to tighten that note. And so now I've got A there. I'm going to keep plucking as I bring that into tune. There we go, we're in tune there. Now the 4th string, I'm a bit high here. I tuned this one high. to show you what I like to do here, whenever I'm high, well, actually, anytime really, I like to tune to a note from below. So I have consistent tension. So I'll drop this, if I'm to right of center here, this is showing me that it's above the pitch. So I'll make sure that comes down below. I drop it below where I want to go, and then I come back up. There we go. So now I'm on D. G is also low here. I'm already low, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that up to pitch. All right. B is high. I'm going to drop that below center and then tune back up. A little bit sharp there. Bring it. And again, it's not... There we go. There is a bit of a variance on that. All right, tuning up to E here. And there we go. That's it. We're in tune. If you've had to make dramatic changes, you may go back and double check each string. You'll notice if I hit my 6th string now, it's a little bit flat. Sometimes as you're adjusting the tension of the other strings, that's changing the tension on the neck, and so it will adjust strings that you've already tuned. So if you're having to make some pretty dramatic changes, you might have to go back and tune it a 2nd time. Excellent. So that's it. Now we're in tune and we're ready to make some music. See you in the next lesson.